working class white voters, for instance, that have usually gone for Democrats in the past, have felt culturally disconnected. I remember Maxine Waters once saying, you know, my family was born with a Bible in its hands. I've heard you talk about God and faith. There is a feeling that there's a disconnect between today's Democratic Party and white working class voters. Like, for instance, my family voted Democratic their entire life till 1972. My mom said when FDR died, it was like a king died. They were in mourning for years. They still don't like Harry Truman. But how did Democrats who have the right policies economically in their minds, how do they reconnect with a middle America who feels like sometimes they're looked down upon because of their faith or their values?
Well, thank you for asking that question, because the cultural issue, and especially when it comes to rural America, the isolation that some people feel there, plus they don't think that Democrats are people of faith, when the fact is that we are. And I say, this will be a little not in keeping with the spirit of the day of unity, but I say they pray in church on Sunday and then pray on people the rest of the week. Mm-hmm. And while we're doing the Lord's work by ministering to the needs of God's creation, they are ignoring those needs, which is to dishonor the God who made them. So we don't wear a religion on our sleeve, and maybe we should. We don't wrap ourselves in the flag, but maybe we should, because we're all, Democrats, Republicans, everyone loves our country, are people of faith. But we don't, as I say, exploit that because we don't think you're supposed to, but maybe we have to make it clearer. And while we're doing the Lord's work by ministering to the needs of God's creation, and while we're doing the Lord's work by ministering to the needs of God's creation, and while we're doing the Lord's work by ministering to the needs of God's creation.
Why don't you wake up and smell what you shoveling?